So if you've got a fungal infection up in here, that's so close to your blood-brain barrier, you could be releasing mycotoxins into your sinus cavity, up into your brain, causing allergic response, even if your gut checks out okay. So I would just say make sure you're addressing both sinus and gut at the same time.
I agree. And sometimes some of these critters, they can hang out in the gut. Now, one of the things that I do, especially with my son, because he's not quite at the age where he can blow his nose really well to get all that, mucus that's way up here in his frontal cavity out. So we use a device called the nasaline. And then we use the Neti X-Clear packets, which have xylitol and also some minerals and sodium bicarb in there. And we'll suck up about, a couple of ounces of that in the nasaline. We'll mix it up in a solution. Then we'll suck up a couple of ounces, and then we'll inject it in one nostril, get a second or two of flow coming from the other side where it drains. And then we'll go to the other side and we'll push. And I'm not talking the spray. We're not doing the xylitol spray. We're actually doing a syringe, a nasaline pump. It's like a big turkey baster, and we're injecting fluid up, and it's literally flowing out of the other nose for 1 to 2 seconds. Then I kind of wring out his nose, and then we do the other side and have it flow for another second or two. And that's going all the way up in the frontal cavities and may even go down the back of the throat. So if you're having an annoying post-nasal drip, that could be something hanging out way in the back posterior part of the sinus cavity that needs to get flushed out. And the xylitol is great because it will kill some bacteria and potentially even some fungus, and then just also restoring that good pH up there. So it makes it harder for some of the not so nice stuff to grow. Is very helpful for sinuses or for allergies in the sinus cavity.
That's beautiful. And does he tolerate that? Does he allow you to do that, or is it a pain?
Well, here's the deal. We used to use the bottle, like the Neilmed spray bottle or the Neti X-Clear bottle. But if you had it at an angle a little bit, you wouldn't get optimal pressure. So the nasaline allows you to get optimal pressure from any angle because it's kind of, in an injection fashion. And then number two is you get more flow. You get better pressure. So sometimes with the bottle, there'd be mucus, and there wasn't enough pressure to break it up. So with the nasaline, you can get like 2 to 3 times more pressure. So it breaks it right up, and then you can see it flow down the other side. And you get that like sense of like, oh my God, that was like way up in your sinus. And then he can breathe so much better, and it helps because he's only had 1 ear infection, and it happened because we couldn't get snot and mucus from up here out. And again, that'll change as he can blow his nose, right? But when your kids are younger, it helps. And if you have sinus issues, it's awesome too. Totally great. And you may not need the nasaline. You may just be able to do your regular spray ball that comes with them. But that's helpful.
And this is nasaline, like NASALINE.
If you go to justinhealth.com/shop and click on recommended products, we have the links there.